In today's Health Matters, eating disorders are on the rise among young people, with emergency room visits now doubling over the last decade.
Yeah, so this morning we're joined by registered dietitian Amelia Sherry, who is the clinical nutrition coordinator at Mount Sinai Adolescent Health Center. So good morning to you. Thanks for being here with us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So this is really scary for me. I mean, at least for me. I have a 12-year-old and a 10-year-old daughter, both who are dancers. So this kind of thing really worries me. And now you're seeing kids younger and younger coming to the hospitals because of eating disorders. Why is this?
That's right. We think that it is because of the rise of social media. There's just so much more exposure to the thin ideal. There's so much more pressure on kids in particular to look look certain ways and be certain weights. Yeah.
And a real connection too, I imagine, between not only the social media images, but also the mental health issues they could trigger, anxiety and the like.
Yeah, we have, so eating disorders are a psychiatric disorder. They are a mental health condition. Yeah, there's just so much stress around eating, especially if we're trying to eat in a way that makes us sort of fit into a certain body type.
Yeah, I mean, but we're not with our kids 24/7, 24 hours a day. So if the eating disorder is not obvious to us, what are some of the warning signs?
Some of the warning signs are sudden increases or decreases in weight that aren't explainable by other things, like if a child started medication, like a stimulant, and their appetite went down, okay, yes. If their weight went up, but also for a girl just went into puberty, they're supposed to put on weight, that would make sense. But outside some sort of otherwise explainable reason, then that would be a warning sign.
I wonder too, when you have kids who are growing up, younger especially, and they start expressing like very rigid food preferences, is that a time to say, you know, hey, look, there are no good, bad foods, there are healthy foods, and have a holistic talk about what it means to be healthy and eat healthy?
Yes, definitely. So having a lot of like sudden food rules or a lot of rules around food is also a big warning sign. And it's good to ask kids, just get curious, you know, always lead with something very gentle, like, oh, I noticed you're doing this or that. Why is that? And see what they say. If they say something like, oh, it's just to be healthy, that's kind of a vague word, so we want to just probe a little more and say, okay, like, what does that mean to you? And see if it is that they're trying to control their weight. And whenever there's a food rule that's very rigid, meaning that your child is very upset about breaking it, that is a warning sign. So for example, if they decide to cut out carbs, but then there's a birthday party, or there's only carbs available for dinner, and they're presented with that, can they kind of roll with it, be flexible, enjoy the birthday cake, or say, okay, there's no, you know, we're having pasta, okay, I'll have some because I'm hungry. That is a good, like a strength with the eating. You're flexible, but if you notice they're really having a lot of stress with it, maybe freaking out, maybe saying I'm not going to eat it all, that is a warning sign.
So what is the next step then? If you're like, yeah, definitely there's an issue here. Where do you go? What do you do?
Yeah, well, contacting a doctor, a therapist who has specialization with eating disorders, contacting us at the Adolescent Health Center. An adolescent doctor is well versed in issues that affect this age group. Just taking them in. I think if you sense something's wrong, trust your gut. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to be sure. Just take them in and see what the doctor has to say, or the therapist.
And the conversation about body positivity, I imagine, has to start very young these days, especially.
Yeah, body acceptance is something that we really want to be doing at home, and not necessarily body positivity, because all of us sometimes don't feel great about our body for different reasons. But we want to appreciate our body and be accepting of it. And as parents, we want to model that, not put our body down, not really comment on other people's bodies, like, oh, that person's so fit or that person's so thin. Because then we're really drawing attention to it and sort of saying, hey, we value this. So like, we don't want to give our kids that message, you know? We want to focus on things our bodies can do, positive things that we can appreciate again, and just be accepting of.
Yeah, I think sometimes it's also an issue when parents make it seem like eating is a bad thing. Like when they eat a donut and say, oh, I just did something off, I just had a donut. It makes kids feel like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be eating a donut or a sweet either.
Yeah, we want to avoid strong judgments about foods. Foods are not binary like good and bad.
Yes.
And I think it's always good just to focus on the good things that are in foods. A donut can actually have a lot of carbs, and if your kid just came off the soccer field or out of a dance class, they need to get some carbohydrates in there. Yeah, so we want to avoid really kind of stigmatizing food, saying this is bad, this is good. That can create a lot of stress in kids because you know, they might even internalize it.
Right.
And also, you know, it's not true that like we should never eat X, Y, and Z, you know.
Exactly.
All right, Amelia Sherry, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks
Great advice.
for having me.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.